So let's take a look at this team. We've got Talonflame on my team, which really does well against the Scyther and against the Gourgeist. But he's got two rock types on his team that I've got to break first. Fortunately, we've got Silvally Ground to help with that. As a lead, I don't think that Copperage is necessarily too bad. It does struggle a bit with Starmie, but I can go into maybe spit off Sylveon on that. And it doesn't necessarily want to stay in on Vaporeon. We have Mantine for that. So I'm just going to try to get up Stealth Rock if I can help it. Or just Heavy Slam the Tyrantrum. Okay, they go Gourgeist. That's fine. Poltergeist is somewhat free, but I do have Drapion, which double counters Gourgeist, so they may try to Will-O-Wisp. I may regret this, but I'm going to go Talonflame on the Will-O-Wisp, as they do go for that. Okay. At this point, I'm going to make a double back into Copperage. I don't think you ever stay in here, as apparently you do. Okay. So then I will go into my Drapion, as they do decide to Will-O-Wisp, which is fine. Will-O-Wisp was a fairly safe play for them there, because they didn't need to worry about my Talonflame coming back in, because they can just Poltergeist to that point, right? So they got a pseudo Trick Room mode here, which is a little bit scary. But I can just Sword Stance up. And then I'm going to go into my Copperage, my Mantine. I'd rather go to my Mantine. I don't think he's Stone Edge again. I think the Earthquake. Oh, Gyro Ball works too. And here I'm going to go into my Sylveon. Yep. Now I can get a Heal Bell off, which I think is really useful. I'm going to Wish here. And I'm going to go into my Mantine. Reason being, I doubt that they are going to let me go into my Drapion. So, this is a really weird Vaporeon set. You got Toxic, Wish, Flip Turn. So I'm going to go hard Copperage here. Okay. I'm now going to set up my Stealth Rock here, because apparently the Vaporeon can't touch me. So that's fine. I'm going to go into my Talonflame once more. As they go for Trick Room, I'm just going to Brave Bird this. If they decide to Poltergeist, then that's fine. As they go Stack Attacka. Okay, that's cool. Stone Edge, Gyro Ball, both good plays that my opponent could make. I think I need to sack the... I need to sack something. I'm going to sack Sylveon, I think, is the play here. Because I need to get a safe switch into my Silvally. Now I'm going to click Protect. And I'm going to click the Wish here. Good. Okay. I'm gonna go Copperage once more. Okay. Now I'm gonna click Heavy Slam. What would you bring out on me? I'm not really sure what you'd bring out on me. Heavy Slam again, I suppose. Because they're obviously gonna Flip Turn there. Once the Vaporeon gets down pretty low, that could be useful. Alright. Gonna go into Sylveon on you. And I'm going to click Wish. And click Protect here. This is a pretty stally beginning of the game. I'm gonna click Talonflame here. I want to see if I can get a Flame Body on their Gyro Ball. Would be really useful. But I'm not counting on it. I'm going to go Copperage here. We may end up PP stalling the Stack Attack, if anything. I'm going to click Power Whip. Well, actually, no. I'm going to go Drapion here. Let's actually go Scyther. Interesting. Talonflame on you. in case I can get a Flame Body on the Scyther. I will definitely take that too. As we do get a burn on the Scyther, that's really useful. Alright. Copper Raja means the Scyther wants to switch out, possibly into the Gourgeist. But they'll always U-turn here, so it doesn't really get me much. There's double, right? Yep, as they go Gourgeist. I'm going to click Heavy Slam again. And now, we go into Mantine here. Okay. Air Slash? No, that didn't work. Okay. I'm gonna Scald here. Oh, they have Heal Bell too. That's really annoying. Okay. We go hard Drapion here. And I'm just going to throw a Swords Dance off. As they go Starmie. I don't really see myself breaking this opponent's team, so I'm just going to throw off a knockoff. And I'm actually going to forfeit the game here. So the idea behind this game, behind this team, is to use Swords Dance Talonflame to break through some of the bulkier Pokemon like Vileplume in the tier, as well as to catch other Pokemon off guard that might expect you to be a more bulky set. A more bulky set might have been better in that game, but ultimately I don't think it was doing too much in the game. Stack Attack is definitely a big problem at the moment in the tier, so we've got to watch out for that. And as a lead, Rotom is pretty safe for my opponent. I think I'm going to leave Drapion this game. And I'll just click Knockoff on the Exploud. Get rid of the choice specs, that'll weaken it. And it'll become less of a threat as a result. Then I should be able to wall it, I think, with Sylveon to some extent. Okay, yep. And I think I can just double knock off here. Once again, my Drapion's pretty weak. So second game in a row. But we got rid of the Exploud, which is fantastic. And okay, Scald time. My opponent gets really unfortunate there. And they decide to forfeit. Hey, we'll take it. Yeah, so we got Talonflame for the bulky grass types. And just because, you know, how many times do you see Life Orb Talonflame? I don't think you can run Choice Band Talonflame. I think that's a bad set. But Life Orb is sort of fun. Maybe something like even just Heavy Duty Boots, but still an offensive set might be better. But Talonflame is pretty weak, so Life Orb isn't the worst idea. Okay, Mantine is pretty bad this game. They could have Wild Charge on their Arcanine, but more importantly, they have Heliolisk and Amistar and Serena, which also to mess me up. Tauros is also an extremely big problem against my team. I'm going to lead off with Silvally here, as they do lead off with Heliolisk, and if they want to give me this turn 1, then that'd be great. I am max HP. I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but I'll take it. They're leftovers, they're not choice scarfed, so I will U-turn here. Get off some chip on the Serena. And I will go into my Talonflame here, as they U-turn and get flame bodied. So that's really great. We're still using Talonflame's defensive capability with Flame Body, which is why we have it over Gale Wings, because Gale Wings is going to get broken on any of our moves. So I'm not really too fussed about that. We'll go Sylveon here, because we are Spadef, and we'll tank Heliolisk. Heliolisk is a fairly weak Pokemon. And now, at this point, I'm going to go into Silvally, as I do go Arcanine, as I expected. And now I get to throw off a free multi-attack. They could decide to stay in and try to Will-O-Wisp me. This is a speed tie at best, but I'd probably outspeed them. Turn 1, how much did we do? Oh wow, we crit them both times with multi-attack. That's insane. Let's actually just do some quick calc here to see how much we normally do. Multi-attack does 22 to 26. With a crit, that does 33 to 39. Okay, so this is not that set. This is definitely like max HP at the very least. Okay, on a crit, 27 to 32. Okay, so max HP, sure. Something like that. 18% minimum. So I think multi-attack still kills. Yes, it does. Good. Now this is going to force a sort of an awkward situation, I think. I don't have any priority on my team. So if the Amistar wants to come out, that could be a problem. Let's see. I'm going to go Mantine here. Like I said before, Mantine is pretty bad in this game. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they actually stay in and let me get off a potential Scald Burn, which I will take. I'm going to go back into Sylveon. I think that you really struggled against this in terms of what to click. So Hyper Voice is a pretty safe mid ground. I'm going to throw off a Wish. And click Protect here always. I need to keep the Sylveon healthy. Now at this point I am in range of a crit, but I'm going to throw off a Hyper Voice here. In case my opponent decides to risk. Yes, and they did. So that actually works out fantastically for me. Because now this Omastar can't Shell Smash up on me. And I limit them to 1 layer of Spike. So I will take that. I go Mantine here. Like I said before, if they're Wild Charge, the Wild Charge, Mantine does not do too much in this game. But I figured they'd be a more bulky set. We'll note that they are not Will-O-Wisp, they are Toxic, so that's something to take note of. Unfortunately, that also means the Talonflame is not looking too good in this game. I'm going to go Silvally here. It's a very risky play. But I had a feeling that that's how my opponent would play that out, yeah. Let's go Arcanine. And since they should be more bulky, I'm just going to assume that this is not a speed tie. And I'll get a kill here. Or get some good damage off on Tauros. Okay, so go Golurk. On Golurk, Earthquake is a pretty free move. Stone Edge, they may want to click. Drapion, I don't want to sack Drapion in case they click Earthquake, because it's still really good against the Golurk and the rest of their mons. So I would rather sack something like the Mantine. Just to scout, right? I know they can click Stone Edge, that's fine. They aren't even no guard. What? I don't know what set they are. That's really weird to me. Okay, I'm going to go to Silvally here. They may stay in, but if they go Heliolisk, that's fine. They go for Surf there. That's going to allow me to go into Drapion, I think, and just click free knockoff. Actually, I'm going to click Earthquake. Earthquake, I think, is stronger. If they go Golurk, that's fine too. I don't think they're Choice Scarf. They're Colbur Berry. Cool. Go Heliolisk. I will once again click Earthquake. Alright. So now I go Copperaja. We click Heavy Slam. They're definitely locked in. This is obviously Choice Specs. And now they can click Earthquake if they want to. I'm actually going to risk the Talonflame here. Because Talonflame against Heliolisk is only minimally good. I don't think you Rock Slide here. Oh wow, you Body Slam. Could not paralyze there. That's fine. There was no risk of that. Okay, so they are Choice Scarfed. Interesting. They are Choice Scarf. Okay. So now they can't lock themselves into Hyper Voice. They have to lock themselves into an electric move. That's fine. I'll click Power Whip here. So they should be in range to Hyper Voice from Sylveon at this point. So unless I get pretty unlucky here, this should be a wrap. And I don't get unlucky, so that's good. Alright, so far we're not seeing too much work out of Talonflame. Talonflame is having a hard time getting in and setting up. Right, if I could just get one Swords Dance and have no Scarfers on their team, we'd be fine. But either they get choice Scarfers, or they I never get an opportunity to Swords Dance up. Obviously, I don't think this set is going to be particularly strong in the tier, but I still wanted to try it out just in case. I do like having the dual bulky core of Sylveon plus Mantine, because one of them has Heal Bell support and Wish, and the other one gives me a Defog, which I really need for Talonflame, as well as giving me my water immunity, which in this tier, there's 3 water immunities, right? You got Mantine, you've got Gastrodon, and you've got Vaporeon. And you don't want to run double Vaporeon Sylveon, probably. Although maybe you could. It's just they fulfill really similar roles. And having Defog is really quite nice. Alright, we got definitely a more offensive-based team here. They probably are going to lead Passimian if I had to guess. I'm going to go off with Talonflame here. And I'm going to Swords Dance up. They may try to taunt me, as I am now Choice Banded. So that's interesting. I'm going to go Sylveon here. And just throw off a Hyper Voice. I am Spadef here. And they are Physical Inteleon. I did not see that coming. Here we go Mantine. I'm going to Snipe. What? Okay, Swords Dance, Snipe Shot. That's what we're dealing with here. We click Scald. Okay, my opponent is 1,000, so he doesn't have a single point on the ladder. So I should expect that then. Let's just click Scald again. That's a bit annoying. Thunderwave, Grimmsnarl. But it is what it is. And they're just going to keep tricking away because it's fun to keep clicking trick. I'm going to click Roost here. And now I'm going to go into Sylveon. Because they're not really doing anything. They're just being sort of annoying. That actually works out fantastically for me. Because now I'm in a position where they have no switches into Hyper Voice. Okay, apparently they have Spadef Mudsdale. Who knew? I'm going to click Heal Bell here. As I click Body Press on my potential Mantine. Don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know what they were expecting to come in there. But we have Scald coming out for Mantine now. Okay, yeah, good. Weird game, weird game. If I'd have known that they were going to try to trick turn 1, I would have Steel Winged, and then I would have gotten a Choice Band Steel Wing off. Or Brave Bird and Choice Band Brave Bird, right? I think that one does more damage. Steel Wing is there mostly for Deancey. You may remember from previous videos that Deancey is sort of our dedicated Talonflame answer. And so having Steel Wing does obliterate Deancey at +2. But we're not fighting any Deanceys today, unfortunately. Alright. I'm going to lead off with my Drapion again. And I will go for the knockoff here. As my opponent unfortunately misses. And now I'm going to click Poison Jab. So they don't get any value out of their Sneasel really, which I will definitely take. Obviously I had my Sylveon, and I had Mantine which could Scald Burn it, and the Copperajah that resisted. But I think that having the Sneasel would have been good. Apparently they didn't like that. Maybe they're featuring Sneasel in their own video, and once the Sneasel died, they sort of gave up on it. But yeah, I'll take a turn 1 win. That's nice. Alright, we have 2 fighting types on this team, which is quite useful. As fodder for Talonflame specifically. We've got to get some damage off on the Guzzlord, and we've definitely got to weaken and or eliminate the Gastrodon. And the Arcanine could be a bit of an issue. I'm assuming this is lead Aerodactyl. I could be wrong. I think I want to lead off with my... This is tough, right? You've got 2 fighting types, and a fire type, and a Gastrodon. Copperajah doesn't do too much in this game. Let's go for Heavy Slam here. As that does not do too much because it's only 40 base power. Alright, let's go into my Sylveon here. As I click Knockoff, and I will click the Hyper Voice. Arcanine is pretty obvious coming out there. But, I don't know. I'll go Mantine here. As their Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. And I'm going to double into my Copperajah. And we'll just make it look like a bad play. Or something. I'm going to click Rock Slide here. And then I will click Power Whip. Okay. That's fine too. Mantine again. As they elect not to teleport. An Air Slash here. Then Scald. Then I will Scald again. Cool. So we got rid of the Aerodactyl. We do have double defog, which my opponent does not know. Hit him on top here. Defog here. Well, they actually allowed me to get a defog off. Hey, we'll take it. Okay, Talonflame comes out. And I'm going to just click... Yeah, look at that. They have no Brave Bird switch-ins. What I don't want is for me to stay in and then for me to triple Axle me. And for me to get no value out of my Talonflame. So Talonflame got a nice KO there. I'm going to go hard Sylveon here. And the knockoff again. So that's fine by me. And predicting the Arcanine to come out, I'm going to go Silvally. As they do go Silvally. I'm going to click U-turn here. As they go Virizion. Yep. Now Talonflame comes out. And I get to click Brave Bird again. Now this is not like the strongest in the world. But we'll take it. Let's see. What do we want to do now? Sylveon again. Okay. I'm actually going to sack my Talonflame here. I'm going to SD up because they may try to Morning Sun on my attack, but they decided not to. That's okay. I'm going to actually multi-attack here as they actually win the speed tie, unfortunately. Which is very sad for me. I still do have Heal Bell, though. And, go Drapion here. Okay, I'm going to Swords Dance up. And I'm going to click Earthquake. We're finally punching a hole in their team. And now click Poison Jab. And you get that quick KO. Of course, Virizion can come out. At this point, I'm going to sack the Copperajah. Yep. Now I go Sylveon and I click the Heal Bell. My opponent's thinking about something. Okay. As they go into Gastrodon. Now I'm going to click Hype. No, I don't know what I want to do. Wish. And I'm going to click Hyper Voice here. Wish again. Hyper Voice again. I'm going to click Wish up again. And go Silvally here. Unfortunately, they get a first turn Scald Burn, which I was definitely hoping they would not. We can click Toxic though, they may not expect that. Now I go U-turn here. Go Drapion here. Because I need to keep my Sylveon healthy. And I'll click Heal Bell. And I get a Dying Wish off. Which means I can go into my Silvally here. And unfortunately we don't live the Scald. So that was a close game. I should go back and maybe rewatch that one and see what mistake I made. Because I know I made a mistake in there somewhere. Alright. With this game, I'm going to lead off with my... Drapion. I'm just going to go for Earthquake turn 1 here. I don't know how skilled my opponent is. I'm going to go for Knockoff now. You may try to go Charizard, but even if they don't, unless they go for Trick Room here, I don't think that it's that big of a deal. Okay, now I get to go into my Mantine. This Choice Specs Charizard, which is interesting. First of all, just like me, they're eschewing the Stealth Rocks. So that's sort of fun. Let's see. I'm going to go into my Silvally here and click U-turn. If this Vaporeon is standard, it should have Heal Bell. So going for Toxic isn't really that big of a good thing. I'm gonna go into Caparajah. I was not expecting Toxic. We'll go for Power Whip here. Let's take a look, see what we can do. And, Rock Slide. Rock Slide, I think, is the superior play, because if they stay in and protect, it doesn't matter what I click. And if they go Charizard, then it should have been dead. It did not get dead, unfortunately. And I sort of got robbed on that front. So now I'm going to double into Mantine. I was not expecting Hitmontop to come out. Sort of threw me for a loop there. Okay. Let's take a look at this real fast. Talonflame against Vaporeon. Brave Bird is a 2 KO on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Talonflame here. Because, like, how can you not just stay in and not click Protect against Talonflame, right? Cool. So I wanted to present a target that they'd be enticed to try to stay in and attack. If I'd have gone into something like Caparajah, you know that I have Power Whip for you. You'd probably want to protect if they had it. I don't know. But because I went into Talonflame, you're thinking, oh, I can click Scald or Flip Turn on you. But we're not going to let that happen. At this point, I'm going to go Silvally. Because I don't want to go into Mantine on you. And at this point, I will click the U-turn. Sure. Body Press. We click Scald Now. Scald Now is completely free against their team. So that's really nice. So yeah, we got Talonflame to pick up a KO in this game, and it's a pretty important KO too. Because we got rid of the Vaporeon, which frees up my Mantine. And against the Charizard, which has already gotten knocked off. Against Hitmontop, which doesn't want to get burned. Even against Vileplume to an extent, you can put in some work with the Air Slash. And I don't know what the Persian set is doing. Could be a special Persian, which probably it is. In which case it would have Thunderbolt, so... Oh man. What's up with that? Okay. I'm going to go Talonflame here. I'm just going to click the Flare Blitz. I don't think my opponent will switch. I just want to go into something that doesn't allow them to go into Vileplume or into Hitmontop. Because the Hitmontop can set up, and Vileplume is pretty annoying with the Effect Spore. I'm going to actually sack this. And a Brave Bird here. Look at how much damage that did. There's so much damage. What the heck? Okay, I'm going to go Sylveon now. This is choice specs. There's no way that it has Roost, right? No way. Now I have to keep Sylveon healthy. That's 100% sure. And that's not going to be too difficult at this point, because we've got 2 mons that I want to keep it healthy for, and then we've got the Vileplume. So the Vileplume is a major problem though, because we don't have Heat Crash on the Copperajah. I'm going to actually go Copperajah here and just start throwing off Heavy Slams, because that's the best thing I can do. And they should Strength Sap here. I want to keep them as low as possible. And if they decide not to Strength Sap, well then, now they're dead. Wow, that's crazy. Do they not have Strength Sap on the growth set? I'll take it. I will take it. So yeah, we got a Alolan Persian, and we got him on top. Him on top's got Intimidate. Probably going to come out here. I'm going to stay in and click Heavy Slam. Into close combat, which I will take. I need to keep Sylveon healthy, so I'd rather expend my other resources first. So I'm going to go Silvally here. And I'm just going to click multi-attack. This is -1 defense. I'm not intimidated. It'll have to go Persian if it wants to do anything. And I can Toxic the Persian. I don't know what this Persian wants to do. If it wants to Hypnosis and set up like it does in random battles. Okay, it's got a Fake Out, which I feel like is a waste of a move slot on this Persian set. Normal Persian would have Stab on it, and it would be stronger. So this is just a really annoying Persian is all it is. Alright. I'm going to U-turn out here. We probably have Triple Axle. I'm going to sack my Drapion. It's less important here. I actually missed the Triple Axle. I will take that. We take that every day of the week. Let's go Persian. I'm going to, let's see, the Persian does not have leftovers. I don't know what their item is. They always probably Fake Out here, but that didn't actually get them anything because I'm leftovers or I'm Black Sludge. So like, what are you trying to do there? As they knock me off. And I'm just going to keep Poison Jabbing away. So they'll go into the Hitmontop here. They'll take the first turn of Toxic damage. And the Poison Jab. And then they'll have to kill me after another Poison Jab and another turn of Toxic. So this point is basically GG. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that. In this game, the Talonflame killed the Vaporeon, and it got off at almost 100% on the Charizard. I don't know if that was a roll or something, but yeah, that definitely put us in a much stronger position than we would have been normally. I think if they had Strength Stabbed with the Vileplume, it would have been a lot more annoying. But I think that after another Heavy Slam, then I could have gotten in my Drapion pretty safely, and then I would have been able to Swords Dance up on it and out Strength it, I think. But I'm not positive on that point. So I guess we'll never know because they decided to sack it instead. But yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. And I'll catch you guys next time.